Ever seen your fish looking like it's wearing a little sweater of cotton? White fuzzy patches, little tufts around the fins or mouth, and suddenly your calm tank looks like a horror movie. You panic, grab your phone, and type white cotton on fish. What is this? Yeah, been there. It's called fungus, and while it looks scary, it's actually one of the most common aquarium problems and totally fixable if you act early. Today, I'll walk you through what fish fungus really is, how to spot it fast, and how to treat it safely without stressing your fish. And stick with me till the end, because I'll also share the exact recovery trick that saved my own tank more than once. Let's start with what fish fungus actually is. Here's something most people don't realize. That fuzzy white stuff on your fish isn't even a true fungus most of the time. It's usually something called a water mold, or umaiset, that loves damaged skin and dirty water. Real fungus infections exist, but they're rare. What you're seeing is more like mold finding a perfect spot to grow. And guess what? It's almost never random. It shows up when your fish are already stressed, maybe from bad water, a scratch, or a fight with a tank mate. So when you see fungus, it's usually a sign something else went wrong first. Now, how do you actually spot it early? It usually starts as a small cotton-like patch on fins, the mouth, or anywhere the skin's been injured. At first, it looks like soft white fuzz, but as it spreads, it gets denser and grayish. Sometimes you'll notice your fish hanging near the surface, losing appetite, or breathing faster than usual. But here's a warning. I wish someone told me early on, not every white patch is fungus. Columnaris, which is actually bacterial, looks almost identical. The first time I saw it, I dumped in antifungal meds like a maniac. Lost 2 fish. So, take a breath, double-check symptoms, and don't treat blindly. Common misdiagnosis. Columnaris is a bacterial infection that can look just like fungus. Cottony edges, frayed fins, pale patches. The difference is that Columnaris spreads faster and kills quicker if left untreated. So if your fungus keeps spreading within a day or two despite treatment, chances are it's not fungus at all. That's why identifying early signs correctly can save you both time and fish. So why does fungus even happen? It's simple: opportunity. When your tank's parameters are off or your fish are stressed, that's when fungus takes over. Dirty water, leftover food, high ammonia, too many fish in one tank, it's like rolling out a red carpet for infection. Even tiny fin tears from nets or sharp decor can start it. Fungus doesn't attack healthy fish, it preys on weakness. Alright, let's say you've spotted it. What do you do first? Before adding any medicine, take control of the basics. Do a partial water change, about 1/3, and make sure the temperature and pH match. Remove any activated carbon from your filter so meds will actually work later. Vacuum the gravel, clean the glass, and get rid of leftover food. If you can, move the infected fish into a small quarantine tank. It keeps the others safe and makes treatment easier. Already, just by doing this cleanup, you're cutting the fungus power in half. You'd be amazed how many outbreaks stop right there without a single drop of medication. But sometimes you need a bit of backup. The safest first step is good old aquarium salt. It's simple, gentle, and time-tested. Just a teaspoon or 2 for every few gallons, not a handful. Don't go full chef mode, and you'll see results within days. Salt helps reduce stress, boost slime coat, and slow the fungus down. If your fish seem irritated, back off a little. Some species and plants are salt sensitive. If salt alone doesn't cut it, there are commercial antifungal options that actually work and are safe. Maracyn, HX, or API fungus cure are solid picks, all designed for external fungus, fin rot, and bacterial crossover infections. But whatever you use, never overdose. More isn't better, it's just toxic faster. And remember, always pull carbon from the filter before medicating, or you're just throwing money down the drain. Now, how long do you treat? Keep going for at least 2 full days after the last signs disappear. Don't stop the moment things look fine. Fungus loves a comeback story. Keep aeration strong, do small water changes, and redose as directed. Once you're done, add carbon back in to clear out leftover meds, and your tank will bounce back. So how do you prevent this mess from happening again? It comes down to simple habits. Keep your water clean and consistent. Test weekly ammonia, nitrite, nitrate. Quarantine new fish and plants for a week or 2 before adding them in. Feed quality food, don't overstock, and avoid sharp decor that can injure fins. I learned this the hard way. One winter, I skipped my usual water change because, well, it was cold and I was lazy. A week later, half my fish had fungus. That was the day I promised myself, never again. Keep fungus away for good. Alright, let's wrap this up with a few bonus tips that'll keep fungus from ever showing up again, even when life gets busy and water changes slip your mind. First, add Indian almond leaves or katapa extract. It's nature's built-in medicine. These leaves release tannins, natural antifungal compounds that lower stress and protect your fish's skin. Plus, they give the water that nice tea color. Think of it as your tank's herbal spa day. Second, keep a small quarantine tub or bucket ready at home. Not a full setup, just something you can fill fast if one fish starts looking fuzzy. When my angelfish caught fungus last year, I moved it into a 10-liter tub with salt and gentle heat. By day 3, it was already healing, way easier than treating the whole display tank. Third, don't chase perfect water, chase stable water. I know it's tempting to adjust pH or dump in buffers every time a number moves. I used to do it too. But those sudden swings stress your fish more than any fungus ever could. Set your parameters, stick to routine maintenance, and let your tank's ecosystem do its thing. And here's a little insider tip most beginners don't hear. Every healthy aquarium has invisible fungus spores floating around. You can't eliminate them. You just keep your fish strong enough that the fungus never gets a chance. That's the real secret. Healthy fish, stable tank, no fungus drama. So next time you see that white fuzz starting to show, remember, it's not the end of the world, it's just your tank asking for a reset. Treat smart, stay patient, and your fish will bounce back stronger. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and check out my clear, cloudy aquarium water video next, because clean, balanced water is the first line of defense against fungus. Stay calm, stay steady, and keep your fish fungus-free, my friend.